Howdy, folks. Welcome to our racing today. It's Tuesday, the 22nd of November. More importantly, it is the week of the Betway Summer Cup. We're just days away from the big event on Saturday. Last night at a function that neither Lyle or I attended because we weren't invited to was the draw of the Betway Summer Cup. And Lyle, very quickly, you would have seen the draws of that. Does that make any difference to your assessment of the final field for Saturday?
Yeah, certainly has taken one or two completely out for me, Nico, that I thought might have chances. I'm still going to spend the next day or two really getting into it. I've got a short list in my brain, but I want to go and check those cross those form lines myself.
Okay, so we'll hook up with you later on the week. I'm sure we'll do touch base. We've, of course, got the Clocking the Gallop direct line, which I'll come to at the end of the show today to tell you a little bit about, because that's where we all put our skills together and tip for you. But I will remind you about that a bit later on. But we want to get into the meat of today's meeting, which is on the inside track. It's a glorious day out there weather-wise. It was on Friday as well. Wasn't it a fantastic evening on Friday for that twilight meeting?
What a lovely twilight meeting. It had a vibe that we haven't had for years. It was fantastic.
Absolutely good. And
but I think there might be rain today, Nico. I'm a bit worried about the rain today, to be honest.
Well, I'm looking at the weather report now. I see a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms today. Mostly cloudy, but 1 millimeter of rain only at Turffontein in the last 7 days. And the track condition is good. The false rail, 0 on the back straight, up to 7 meters on the bend, and a 7-meter spur at the 500-meter mark. I take it you're working there today.
I'm working there today. Are you?
No, I'm off today, so you won't see me there.
I'll be with Brandon or Clyde. And of course, it's also the week of the sale, Nico, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yes, I know that you're doing some work for Heversham Park, our good friends Nigel and Kat Riley. And I also see in a press release issued yesterday that they are giving away R1,000 per race to the best turned out horse on Betway Summer Cup Day, which I think is a great initiative. It's done all over the world, and I think all credit to them for coming up and putting their hands up to sponsor it. So well done to the Rileys at Heversham Park.
Yeah, it's been lovely to meet them and to get to know their horses, and that'll be great for the grooms on Saturday. So looking forward to Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, wonderful stuff. Let's go to today's racing. 8 races carded. Race 1 is a maiden plate over 1,000 meters. There are 2 scratchings now in race 1. Scratched are numbers 8 Egyptian King and 9 Tincture Time. And those are the changes in the first race of the day. 4 to 10 about this Wind Water, who's been rested since a good debut run when running 3rd to Mythical Dream, who's come out and won twice subsequent. So this makes Wind Water look like a good thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very hard to beat, Nick. I think race 1's pretty easy. Wind Water really shouldn't lose this. And particularly now that the 2 scratchings have come through, drawn 5, so the draw's not so bad anymore. Dragon, as you say, Mythical Dream times twice. And a Mythical Dream one in a very good time, a 58.36. There's very little against Wind Water, so that's the one to beat. The only opposition for me was number 1, COVID Operator. So I think the betting's spot on here, but number 10 should be too good. I don't see anything else. The 7 on debut, your 100 say lovely horse, but will need need further. Not ready for the 1,000 meters this afternoon.
Yeah, okay, so that's bowl first, but it looks like Johan Janssen van Vuren has the key to winning the first of the day with Wind Water, as Lyle mentioned. Maybe COVID Operator is the danger, but it does.
You know what worries me about COVID Operator, Nico? Not the best out of the gates. And so from that draw of 2, it might not be an advantage. So if COVID Operator had early speed, I'd actually make it a danger to the 10. But because it doesn't, I think 10 quite strong.
I'm going to give you a roughie into trifectas maybe. And I know that when you look at the Mythical Dream line, that it is 5 lengths inferior, but that's number 5, Stella Brillanti, at 25 to 1, just for the place money maybe. At 25.
Got you.
Okay. Maybe. Let's have a look and see.
And my roughie's number 4 for the places.
Last Survivor.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have a coffee on that. So we'll have a coffee for who finishes in front of who there.
I like that. Okay, so Nico's number 5, Lyle number 4. And even though you are 25 to 1 and I'm 14 to 1, I'll take it.
Okay. Right, let's move on to the second race. Now, the second race is the start of the PA, and we've decided to take a bet with Tab on our PAs today. So you'll find that Chloe and I have already done a recording for the place accumulator today.
Oh, good.
We've done. So race 2 is off at 1:05. It's a maiden plate fillies and mares, 1,000 meters. The late scratching here is the 33-1 first timer, number 6 High Distinction, which comes out. But the money here is for number 8 Silver Mensa. Opened up in the region of 15 and 16 to 10, is now into 11 to 10. The tongue tie comes off the source. It was scheduled to race in a tongue tie, but that has come off. It does as well look the horse to beat, doesn't it?
Yeah, Nico, we're always trying to find value for our viewers, but you know, these first 2 races, Silver Mensa, this really is the horse to beat. It's drawn to Keegan Namela. If I'm not mistaken, he got his 100 yesterday, Nico, am I right?
Did he? I'm unaware of that. I didn't really follow.
I need to confirm. I do need to confirm that, but I mean, wow, a man in devastating form. I do have comment from Johan. Thank you very much to Johan. He did say slightly underdone, using the race as a gallop and to go around the bend for the first time.
Yes.
And then not showing winning work at home, but should place in a weak field. So not extremely confident.
Not confident for that reason, win, at least, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to just throw in number 2, Regina Bellissima. I think this could be quite a big runner to take on number 8, but 8 from 2 in that order. I don't really see anything else. Obviously, Heart and Mind might have a place chance, but yeah, 8 and 2 for me.
Any comment from Erica Verdenise about number 5, Heart of Eternity? Yes. There was a bit of support, but it started to drift out again now.
It will need the experience.
Okay. I'll be very interested to see. Now, take a close look at what she looks like.
I will.
Because it's not often you see Erica engaging Gavin Larena for these rides, especially on first timers. So I'll be wary of that in terms of what
we'll watch it, Nico, because it's not a strong field, and the mare did win 3 times over 1,200, so there's nice speed there. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be watching that very, very closely. Heart of Eternity for Suzette and Barcy Viljoen. Right, let's go on to the third of the day, which is off at 20 to 2. It is the start of the pick 6, a maiden over a mile. Just quickly looking at the third race, there are no scratchings to report here, but number 10, no blinkers now for number 10 on the track, which is a 50-1 chance. Now, this is very interesting because this horse, Celestial City, was bought 7 million rand as a yearling. Obviously, hugely well bred. They thought, are we going to race him? Are we just going to breed with him? But the decision has been to keep him in training for over 2.5 years, or 2 years plus, to send him out for his debut today. He has changed hands. He started off being trained by Peter Muscat, and then he moved on to Sean Terry. And look at this, from 33 to 10 into 18 to 10. What's the comment from Sean Terry?
His comment was, may need the experience, should run well. He said it's quite a journey. He's come along well. Not too much confidence, nice race, and quite upbeat.
Okay.
So read between the lines.
So fairly confident that he'll run well, though.
Yes, I would say so, yeah. Maybe the right field as well here for this horse.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just has to bring a tenth of its ability here, and it should win a race like this.
Yeah, he's extremely well bred. He's related to all the good things, Golden Ducat, Tawam, all of those good horses. Now, if there is something to topple him in the market, the ones that have run, could it be Top Sail? Could it be the 4?
I thought Top Sail might have a sneaky chance here. There have been 6 winners from the Stevie G and the Unique Power form line. Also, not disgraced there at the Vol Classic last time. Keegan notably aboard. And another one that I really do want to mention here, Nico, is the 7. Troy Quatre. Is that how you pronounce it? Troy Quatre.
Quatre.
Quatre. Yeah, son of Rafif. Took on winners in Unzen on debut. There have been 3 winners from that race. 1,600 meters. Not drawn particularly well, but this for me is a big improver here. I thought I might even tip that ahead of number 4. 7. I was going to go 7, 2, and then 4.
Yeah, 5 to 2 being offered about number 7, the son of Rafif. It ran on a little bit on debut, but it's going over a bit further today. Okay, so those are the ones for you, the dangers, 4 and 7, 7 and 4 in that order, though.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
1 and 3. If all these fancy horses fluff their lines here, 1 and 3 could be right. They're picking up the pieces, but to me, it all revolves around the 2 horse, Celestial City. Where
Yeah.
is he going to run? If he wins, well, there we go. And if he doesn't, 7, 4, 1, 3 are all going to be runners. But in that order for me.
Okay. By the way, just coming back to your Keegan DeMello comment, he did in fact ride his 100th winner yesterday on a horse called Maximus for Dean Canamere. Quite significant that he rode it for Dean, and quite apt because Dean was one of the first guys to give him a chance as a stable rider a couple of years ago. So all credit to Keegan for riding his 100th winner and raising his bat yesterday afternoon at Hollywood Bets Gravel. Okay, we're going to move on to race number 4 now. The start of the first jackpot. Let me just page through to that. It is a maiden plate fillies and mares, 1,600 meters, runs at 2:15. Now, Brazilian Storm is the favorite at 18-10. You've got Rosalind, number 2, at 28-10, and then number 9, United Council, who's now got cheek pieces on in an update on the equipment. That is cheek pieces on that at 33-10. Who's your top choice here?
Oh, goodness, Nico, I'm so boring for the punters today. I think the betting's not far off again. Brazilian Storm, drawn 5, Bottas forced through. There was a good second last time. Beat number 3 on the guest list. That, for me, is the one to beat. Number 9, United Council, Asia Pambile. That's there'll be in a lot of places from that form line. Cheek pieces go on for Robbie Sage, who's in devastating form. And then Rosalind and on the guest list. I think there'll be a lot of improvement from on the guest list. Was drawn terribly last time. So, I mean, geez, I'm sorry for being so boring, Nick. I think the betting's right. I'm going 1, 9, 2, and 3.
Okay, so 1 is your first choice, Brazilian Storm. I quite liked her actually last time out, where she was blown up in the market, mainly because she ran a bad race in the work riders. But then again, I don't put a lot of emphasis on work rider 4, because I think you need to block them out and reassess. But her run before that behind Strange Magic was good, because she gave Strange Magic 3 kilos and finished 7 lengths behind her. So I think she is possibly the horse to beat today. I think we'll see a forward run from Brazilian Storm. You're mentioning 9 as the main danger for you, though.
Yeah, I would think so, Nick. And main danger there. Lots of places, like I said, drawn 4, cheek pieces go on. Could enjoy this 1600. The men, in fact, won twice over 16, so should enjoy this trip.
Okay, just another update quickly before we leave the 4th race. Number 7 has a half set of Alamites on, Coffee in Brazil. Alamites in front, Unshot behind. Let's go to race 5 now, which is a great.
May I just say one more thing? One more thing in race 4, Casino Gale. Alec there did say 1600. The trip is right, working well. First 3, okay. But I looked at the form line, really a weak form line that debut run. So I've looked past it. But just to tell the punters, Alec did say first 3, hopefully.
Good stuff. Okay, race 5 is the start of the second jackpot at 10-3. Graduation plate 1,600 meters. There is a late scratching now. Definitely, maybe has been taken out. Insufficient recovery time. I think ran on that Friday twilight meeting and didn't run particularly well. Finished 8 lengths behind Bureau de Legendre. So race 5, you can scratch number 2, definitely, maybe, and that's the change there. So the favorite here is Platinum Sky, number 1 at 15-10 for Sean Tarry and Gavin Arena. Number 3, Total Protection, is the second choice. And then we've got Simple, the filly down at the bottom, who's at 4-1. You quite like Platinum Sky. You think that he could be the banker of the day.
Yeah, we've got to take a stand somewhere, Nico. 5 points clear. In fact, now 6 points clear because the 2's gone. Just look at who's been running against, where he sits. He really should win this race here. After that, I thought number 7, Simple, would be the value, if that is value at 4-1. And I was actually personally surprised. Watch, I'll get egg on my face. The Total Protection was so strong in the betting here. I know that, could run a good race. He's drawn well, but sure, against Platinum Sky, he's meeting a different kettle of fish here.
Yeah. Actually, when you look at the way the weights are structured, being a plate race and set weights, if you look at it, Platinum Sky should be giving Total Protection 8.5 kilograms because of their ratings, and is giving it 5.5 kilograms. So Platinum Sky is as many as 3 kilograms better off with Total Protection, and they're very close in the betting if they've 3 kilograms or 3 lengths apart. I think it's his race to lose, isn't it, Platinum Skies?
Certainly. That's why I made it the best bet on the card, Nico. Weights don't lie. He's the horse to beat. And I thought Simple would have a good go with could go with Total Protection for second.
Yeah. And well, she actually gets another 3 kilos from Total Protection. So if you work out her rating, she's rated actually 85. So she's definitely more likely to have a stronger go at Platinum Sky than Total Protection is in terms of her ratings.
100% agree.
Certainly so. Yeah. Okay. That is race number 5. And in fact, if we just go back to that very quickly, Lyle, you bring up an interesting point there, because if you look at Simple's rating, her net rating is a 75. Okay, keep that in mind. So 98 minus 75 is 23, which is 11.5. So she should be getting 11.5 kilos for Platinum Sky. She's only getting 8.5. So she's also 3. She's exactly the same.
3.
And
100%.
She's almost double the price of Total Protection.
Yeah, so why don't we go exacta 1 from 7?
Yeah, I think that's the right exacta. Okay, let's move on to race number 6. And there has been a scratching in this 20 past 3 race, a merit rated 80 handicap over 1,500 meters. Race 6, you can scratch. In fact, there are 3 scratchings now. 3 Fateful Day, 6 Foreign Field is out, and 9 Iron Tail was the earlier scratching. So we now only have 7 runners racing in this race. So just note that 3 late scratchings in the 6th race. Scratched are 3, 6, and 9. And that's the update there. Hence, there's been quite a few significant betting changes here. What is your feeling on race 6?
Well, I think it's a very difficult race, and now we can possibly get a bit of value. I'm just leaning in to look at the betting. Number 4, Indus Knight. I quite like this horse when it was 11-2. I see now into 4-1, but I still like him. Candice Dawson, Gavin Larena. That was a good second last time over the 16 here at Turffontein. Bayesier, Stolen Thunder came through to win, drawn 2 with Gavin aboard. And although he's rested 98 days, I think he's a good runner here. Fast Love ran a very good race last time, but he does, punters must notice, does now carry 63 kilograms.
It's a lot of pudding, eh? It is a lot of pudding. 63. Yeah.
And that's the favorite. So that worries me a bit.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom as well, Sylvan Theatre is my interesting running here. Muzieni for Mike de Kock, 52 kilograms. That fourth behind Cyan the Conqueror. Obviously, Munchkin was in that race. Yeah. And Munchkin's come out and won, of course, and 2 more. I think this horse could be half decent. And with that draw and that weight, I'd make him quite a big runner, Nico.
Yeah, we've gone fairly wide before the scratching that was in the place accumulator, because we thought it had a tricky look about it. Fast Love took the benefit of a strong tailwind, if you remember correctly, to win last time out. So there were significant factors on why he beat Meridius by a length. Meridius ran into trouble as well during the run. I do like your Indus Knight, though. He's a strong front runner, and with Gavin Larena on, it is a bit of a jockey strike from the last time, bearing in mind it is a more senior rider. And then Bloomington as well, I thought wasn't out of it on best form. He likes
absolutely
the sport.
Not. No.
You know, he's won all his 3 wins have come at this track. So he does like the track. I think this has got a tricky look about it, and I'd be advising punters to play a little bit wider than they might.
Yeah, but the good news, Nico, even though we're saying wider, we're talking 2, 4, 7, and 10, really.
Are we? Yes. Yeah. 2,
so it's
4,
not that
7, and 10. Yeah, and even the 5 Castle Corner, I see you gave a mention to.
I would put it in.
Yeah. Okay, race 7 jumps at 10-4. It's a Fillies and Mares 94 divided handicap over 1,450 meters. These scratchings are coming through thick and fast. Here, number 10, Dancing Arabian is the scratching. So you can scratch Dancing Arabian here. What is your feeling in this race? Race 7, which, by the way, number 2, Midnight Gem, has a pressure halter on, and the blinkers are off 6, Rose and Wind.
Okay. Well, this is, it might look easy to some. I didn't think this race was easy, Nico. I'm going to try and find some value for us. Firstly, number 2, Midnight Gem. That's my selection. Gavin Larena for Philip Labaskachny. I like those last few runs. In fact, that last run, in an average merit rating of 107, had Under Your Spell and Rain in Holland behind, just for those out there. I like the form. I like the draw. Yes, he's got to carry 60, and he is at his highest merit rating. That's why I certainly don't make him a good thing. Number 9, Princess Philippa, has to be a big runner here. Randall Simons, Force Chewy Pedigree. She is up in class and up 5 points, so a few of them coming up in the weights. And then some more I need to mention, Nico. Number one, Hollywood Bound. I was with Casey at the sales yesterday from the Roy Magnus stable, and she's expecting a really good run here from Hollywood Bound. The 1.5 kilograms is going to take away that 3 points earned last time. So they were quite confident of a big run here. And then those two, Rosenwind and Golden Aspen. Nico, Golden Aspen's been very good to me. Yeah. And if you go to Golden Aspen again, and you go to that Water Honey form line, 3 kilograms better off with Rosenwind for just over a length.
Yeah.
And 1.5 kilograms better off with Princess Philippa. So straight off the bat here, my value is going to be number 7, Golden Aspen. It's a tough race, I thought.
Yeah, it runs well at this course, does Golden Aspen. It's been backed into 6-1. The favourite is Rosenwind, though. Note the blinkers do come off. So she won last time out with the blinkers on. I found this another trappy contest. I didn't, as you know, look deeply into it. But number 2 interested me, Midnight Gem, because she has been a model of consistency and she does deserve to win sooner. You know, from a draw 1 today could suit her well.
You know, Nico, if I can just interject, I mean, Midnight Gem's got Under Your Spell and Rain in Holland behind last time. And I know there's a big weight here, but Rosenwind, you know, doesn't have much behind in those last 2. So, you know, horses for courses here, 4.5 kilograms. I mean, Midnight Gem should beat Rosenwind.
Okay, so Midnight Gem is sort of our rover there in the 7th race. As you heard from Lali, also likes his beloved Golden Aspen to run a good race too. Okay, the last of the day, which is often just under 8 hours from now, 4:20, is a fillies and mares 74 divided handicap over 1450 meters. I'm just finally going to update the changes one last time and see whether there are any further scratchings on the card. Here you can scratch number 2, the 10-1 chance Permesso Avanti is out of the race. And number 12, Super Secret, Apprentice Sosibo only claims 3 of his 4. And no tongue tie for number 3, Bonnaroo. Now, Bonnaroo is an interesting horse because she's been the subject of betting support again from 3-1 into 9-4. Last time out, she didn't race too strongly. She was all over the place. But with Muzi Yeni aboard today, the feeling is that she'll go closer.
Yeah, not an easy race to finish, Nico. I'm leaning towards number 7, Just Be Nice, with Gavin for Candace Dawson again. Does hold a few on that Rennie run last time. And I think will play a big part here. So with 56 kilograms, Just Be Nice for me. Tulip Tree, I'm actually going second. Even though I just won a maiden last time, you know, there's a lot of winners from these form lines. In fact, to be precise, there are 15 winners from those 3 form lines in the maidens there. And although she's dropping in trip here, you know, Stu Pettigrew, how shrewd a trainer he is, I would put that in. And then, of course, Bonnaroo. Bonnaroo, the mare, in fact, was with Lady O'Reilly. So she knows Festival of Fire. She owned Festival of Fire. And she was a decent individual. So that's obviously a player. And then I see Pambile, just because of Sean's comments, he did say disappointing last time. He's hopeful, nicely drawn, and will run a good race. So for me, 7, 6, 3, and 4.
Yeah,
end of story.
Last race has a look of trepidation, if I can call it that, about it, because there are quite a few, I think, that enter the equation here. Even if you look at Alec Laird's coupling, he's got Madam Vicky and Quantum in the race.
I did chat to him, Nico. I mean, I did get his comments. He said number 8 will beat number 9. Yeah. So we can look at Madam Vicky, and she is held by Just Be Nice quite substantially.
Yeah.
But they can improve, obviously.
What did you make of Renee's run on Friday? She came to the outside of the track.
Yeah.
And she seemed to be a bit all at sea there on her own. She ran
very
only
disappointed.
She was only beaten a length, or just over a length in the fourth position. Yeah.
I think we'll see more of her coming through. That was very disappointing. I know a lot of people went out and they picked 6 right there.
Yeah. Okay, so this last race isn't easy, but as you heard from Lyle, he's going with the 7, Just Be Nice, a bit of value there at 9-2, and Tulip Tree at 11-2. Don't leave Bonnaroo out. Okay, so that is the assessment of the races today. Those are the changes. Lyle's expecting a bit of rain later on, and you're working out there. And just, Lyle, for those of us that aren't going to the Summer Cup on the weekend, you'll be there in full force, as will I, and as will the whole team.
Yes.
We're looking forward to it. You know, carryovers. There's a pick 6 carryover. There's a quartet carryover to the main race. Lots to look forward to on Saturday.
It's going to be a wonderful day. We've got the Heversham incentive of 1,000 Rand for the groom. We've got Studio 88 that always comes to the party for the grooms. Of course, some lovely sponsors and Betway involved now. I've got a feeling we're going to have a few the crowd's going to be back on Saturday, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay, and you said you'll give us your final assessment later on. I just want to finally touch on, before we say cheers to our folks out there, the big news of the week, and that is our Clocking the Gallop direct line. Now, the Ghost Rider was in such hot form on Sunday, and there were quite a few people that came on board yesterday asking me all about what's happening with the Clocking the Gallop direct line. Now, basically, what happens here is we all put our heads together, both Lyle and myself, together with our Ghost Rider, together with Nino and with Neil Andrews, and we get together and do tipping sheets for 4 meetings this coming weekend. Now, there are 2 meetings on Friday, the day racing at Fairview, the night racing on Friday night at Greyville. The Saturday meeting is the Betway Summer Cup meeting, and then the Sunday meeting at Kenilworth. And you pay your 250 Rand, but then you get the tipping sheets from us sent to you via WhatsApp and via WhatsApp and email, whichever one you prefer. But it really works out at pretty inexpensive, at just over 60 Rand a meeting, Lyle.
Yeah, Nico, working with you guys the past twice, so the value that that the team comes up with is quite amazing as well. That's great. I think it's very good value, and it's been a pleasure being part of it.
Yeah, I will in a moment. I just can't find the slide, but I will update this video with the slide, Lyle. I'm going to say cheers to you, let you get on your daily chores. Thanks very much for the input, and we'll catch up with you later in the week when you confirm down your official Summer Cup 2022 selections.
Thank you very much, Nico.
Thanks, and go well.
Thank you. Bye.
So we say cheers to Lyle, and hope that he has a good day out there racing, and all the best to him. So I'm going to now put up for you, apologies for the video because it seems to be hanging, but I'm going to put up for you what I've been talking about with Lyle, and that is the Clocking the Gallop direct line. Here it is. This is the news. You can join up with us today, in fact, all the way through from now until Friday. And here are the details. You deposit your 250 Rand into our Clocking the Gallop FNB current account, which is the number on your screen, 629055283221, the branch code 250655. You'll get selections for the meetings on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Please use your name and your mobile number as your reference when you do the payment, and then you can send us that proof through to either our email address, clockingthegallop@gmail.com, or WhatsApp it through to us on our Clocking the Gallop direct line number, 079 390 5747, and tell us whether you want the information sent to you via email or via WhatsApp. So that's a look at today's information, racing at Turffontein today. Looking forward to a good day of racing. And from the Clocking the Gallop team, that has been our Tuesday preview. Join us again tomorrow for more racing action locally, with the lead-in to the Betway Summer Cup, which is to be run on Saturday. Have a great day's racing. Thanks for joining us here on Clocking the Gallop. Bye-bye.